What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, press that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. Bitcoin is king. If we didn't learn anything from this previous and current cycle that we're in, it is that Bitcoin is king. Do not ever let anyone tell you again that Bitcoin is not the ultimate, is not the alpha when it comes to cryptocurrency. Now, let me go ahead and get this out the way. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. Bitcoin is holding strong. As you can see right now, we are at $88,100. When you say, Coach, that ain't too much. We were just at $125,000. We're down about $40,000 from its all-time high, but we are going to place things in its proper perspective. You take a look at the Fear and Greed Index, we're at 27. A few weeks ago, we saw the Fear and Greed Index at extreme fear. I'm talking about 9 or 10 indicator, down just about as low as you can go. Never seen that before at such a pivotal time when the masses of the cryptocurrency market was so bullish. Everybody was expecting 2025 quarter four to be one of the most massive pumps that we have ever seen. And it was the opposite. We were expecting one thing and we got the total complete opposite. I'm talking about what? Everybody is still stunned right now. Bad taste in their mouth. They trying to say, Coach, what can I use to get this bad taste out of my mouth? Can you go to the backyard, get your lemon tree, give me a couple of lemons so I can scrub this taste out of my mouth? The things that I was expecting, the seasonings, the aroma, I mean, we had plays, we placed them in the oven, we were letting them cook. Things did not play out like we had expected. But you say, you know what, guess what? Is the game over? The game's not over. Yeah, you may not have succeeded in the first portion of the game. The game is far from over. We're talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one of the most massive and strongest assets that we have ever seen come into existence. You're talking about a store of asset, store of wealth, similar to gold, and some of the other things that have been store of wealth. Bitcoin is going to be, in my opinion, one of the most massive assets that we could ever envision. Now, we understand gold versus cryptocurrency is a little bit of a difference, but Bitcoin, I would never, I'm going to say never, but I'm not going to sell another piece of my Bitcoin. When you take a look at Bitcoin and you look at the previous cycles, you look at from the Bitcoin existence, Bitcoin has been one of the things that has always stayed the course. Now, we can't say the same thing for altcoins, but what can we say right now? Bitcoin has been always staying the course. So we're talking about cycle after cycle. What is a cycle? A cycle was traditionally a 4-year period from where the Bitcoin halving occurs. We know 2024 was the last Bitcoin halving. The next Bitcoin halving is going to be 2028. The one prior to 2024 was 2020. So every 4 years, there is what is called a Bitcoin halving. And that is where we came up with the 4-year cycle movements. But as you can see, the movements within the 4-year cycle has changed, but the 4-year cycle is still the 4-year cycle. Folks say, oh, throw the 4-year cycle out the window. Well, you can't say that because every 4 years, the Bitcoin halving occurs. So the 4-year cycle is still intact, but as far as the way the 4-year cycle moves, that is what has been shifted. So if you got young folks, told my daughter, my son, I'm like, I got my grandkids, nice portion of Bitcoin. Get you a doggone Bitcoin. Get you a little piece of a Bitcoin. Like the brother said years ago, I'm watching that video when Bitcoin was $1. He said, man, just buy one Bitcoin. I mean, you could feel his emotion. He was real. He understood what the possibilities that Bitcoin could be. And look at Bitcoin right now. Hit all-time high, $125,000 a few months ago. Buy Bitcoin when it was $1. A few years ago, it was buy Bitcoin when it was $16,000. Now today, buy Bitcoin when it's $88,000. Early in the year, you could have bought Bitcoin for $74,000, $75,000. We have always seen Bitcoin's characteristic to be the same. Bitcoin is always appreciating. Yeah, it's volatile. It's still going to have some dips. It's going to have its ups and downs, but that is with just about any investment. Nothing goes up in a straight line. Not even gold. Not even Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, Microsoft stock is going to go up in a straight line. But when Bitcoin do start to pump, that is why folks are interested in cryptocurrency, because of the massive movements, because of the great multipliers that you can get. That is why we were so intrigued with altcoins, because of the previous cycle and the cycle before that. We saw altcoins do amazing things. I can't say the multipliers on YouTube because they'll strike my video, but you guys know what we did last cycle. You guys see what these coins did the cycle before that. So the question is, what are altcoins' strength? What are altcoins' future looking like? But there's no longer a question as far as Bitcoin and what Bitcoin can do, has done, and will continue to do going forward in the future. Get you some skin in the game in Bitcoin. Diversify your portfolio was always the move. Get you a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum. You got Bitcoin, you got some large cap coins, you got some small cap coins, you got some meme coins. And let the chips fall where they may. We all understand that all of our coins are not going to make it. All of our coins not going to be a success, and they won't make it to the promised land. There's going to be some coins that we fall in love with, that we think are the best thing in the world. Those coins are going to let us down. We're going to be upset because we were married to that play. Oh, this coin is going to do this. This coin is going to get partnership with this. Real world asset, this AI, that. Falling for the narrative. It's what these altcoins can deliver to you. But on the flip side, if you could get into these coins when they're early, when they're first developed, you can see massive multipliers. Imagine getting into Dogecoin early, getting into Shiba Inu early, getting into Chainlink early, getting into AIOZ network early. We got in it at a penny. So there's still opportunities out there for cryptocurrency. I mean, the future has never been more bright for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. We're talking about the leniency with the banks and the large institutions. A lot of the frameworks and the railings have been loosened up. We know we got a pro-cryptocurrency administration, but the positive side is that both parties in the government are pro-crypto now. You got the Republicans, you got the Democrats. Both parties want to see Bitcoin succeed. They are trying to sign the Clarity Act and other legislation that can nail down the framework, give a little bit of guidance for cryptocurrency, so cryptocurrency can continue to evolve, can continue to succeed. Just because the market is down right now, who knows what's going to happen in 2026? Excuse me. Always good to be prepared. You want to make sure that you prepare for what the future can be, whether it's good or bad. If you ask the average person walking down the street, have you heard of cryptocurrency? 70% will probably say no, I'm thinking. Large percentage that says yes, they'll probably say, yeah, I heard of cryptocurrency. They heard of Bitcoin. Probably haven't heard of anything else. May have heard of XRP. May have heard of Dogecoin. But there are so many people in the world. I'm talking about the entire population of the world that don't know about cryptocurrency. And then there's a ton of people that say they know about cryptocurrency, but only know Bitcoin. They don't know about Solana. They don't know about Ethereum. They don't know about XRP. Never heard of Chainlink. Those of us who got our butt kicks in 2025, we're still early. Jobs not done, games not over. We still have a chance to recover because we're early. Whenever you've seen folks who are early in any platform as far as new, those are the ones who have always won. Those who got into the Apple stock when it was early, they're winning. Those who got into the McDonald's stock when it was early, the Walmart stock when it was early, nobody heard of Walmart. People already buying into the stock, investing in it. Remember, nobody had ever heard of Nvidia. Folks were buying in it. The early adopters were buying in it. How you think their portfolio is looking right now? Compare yourself. Those who have never heard of cryptocurrency, and you're in cryptocurrency right now. Your portfolio is so diverse that regardless what happens, it is going to succeed. But it's going to take time. This stuff is not going to happen overnight. The Nvidia success wasn't overnight. The McDonald's success wasn't overnight. Apple, Amazon, these were not overnight success. It took patience. It took what is called dollar cost averaging. Those coins will go up. Those stocks will go up. They'll come back down. A lot of folks say, oh, Amazon's going to zero. Oh, this company is going to fold. Oh, ye of little faith. Sometimes you have to bet on yourself. But we know this is a new asset class. Whenever you see something new like that, it's going to be volatile. That's why you're seeing $125,000 go all the way down to $85,000. Talking about $40,000 dip. Those of us who got more than one Bitcoin, we saw the 40K decline in our portfolio. So, but we understand this comes with the territory. This is part of the process. Just like when we were buying at 16K, some of us were buying at $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. Well, when it went up to 125, we wasn't complaining. So when it goes down, we got to understand that, you know what, this is just part of the process. Nothing goes up in a straight line, but when it do start to go up, we are the ones that will be rewarded. Those of us who was trusting the process, those of us who were patient, we're going to see the rewards. A lot of folks say, oh man, it's over. You toast, y'all cooked. Well, that's possible. But at the same time, in the long run, let me just dollar cost average in and be patient. I asked a question earlier. I said, is it more risky right now to be selling at this particular moment or to be buying? Is it more risky to be selling cryptocurrency right now at the bottom? I'm talking about the Fear and Greed Index 25. The Fear and Greed Index was 10. Is it more risky to be selling right now or to be buying? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Bitcoin, $80,000, $85,000, $88,000. Is it more risky to be buying or is it more risky to be selling right now? If you really look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself that question, you would really have to get some clarity. You would really have to talk to yourself. I'm talking about you would really have to have a one-on-one with yourself and a back and forth dialogue to really come to a answer. So ask yourself that question after you get through watching this video. Say, damn, so what Brother Stock talking about? He say, is it more risky to buy right now or is it more risky to be selling right now? Hit the comments below. Let me know your answer. Let me know what your process thinking was for you to come up with the answer, because it definitely has to be a back and forth dialogue. Going to have to be a process for an answer like that to be developed. So that's what we're doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. Dollar cost averaging in. If I see a dip, holding, no doubt. Is the market going to continue to decline? Who knows? Will the market pump in Q1 of 2026? Who knows? We still got a couple of weeks through the end of December. Next week is Christmas, Santa Claus rally. When will Santa Claus come down the chimney saying ho, ho, ho? Boom, he go a pump for you. You get a pump. You get a green candle. You get a green candle. That's all we want for Christmas. Good health, good family, and some green candles. You give us that, we will be some happy elves. So come on over there. Join us in the Patreon. We would love to see you over there. We have a great and awesome cryptocurrency community. But like I say, I just continue to come to you guys every day just to continue to give you that good encouragement. Coming to you guys every day to give you that good motivation. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.